Finding a film or video without music is an anomaly around these parts, unless you count YouTube apology videos. They had music in films before they had sound effects or voiceovers or anything of that sort. They were called silent films. It was extremely important that music was with the film because it provided theme and mood, and also helped mask that projector, which was loud as all hell. I'm sure you've noticed by now, every single animal cruelty commercial has sad, somber music to tug at your heartstrings.
I'll get the butter on it.
Or why Flex Tape commercials have the rock theme that complements the insane uses that they provide in the commercial. Music should be a resource to complement what is happening on screen in that scene. Apply the scenario to a mood and you have a great start of which selection of songs you should be applying to the scene. Depending on the content you edit, this can vary. I edit League of Legends content, and for those of you who are unfamiliar, we have a pretty set pattern of events that happen. It usually starts off with the lobby, and then it goes on to the intro of the game, the mid game, the late game, and then the outro. I have a lobby for folder music. I have a folder for lobby moments, I have a folder for funny moments, I have a folder for funny lobby moments. Having separate folders allows for nicer workflow as well, for finding music so I don't just have a wall of text looking at me when it's time to add some tunes. Yeah, Jiggy, this is nice, but I don't have any music to sort into these type of folders. How do I find them? I personally use Game OST, which is on a grayscale for copyright, meaning it's not usually copyrighted, but there's no guarantee that the developers won't pull the plug and suddenly hit me with the copyright strike out of nowhere. But I haven't been copyrighted yet, so... Please note, this does not apply to in-game radios. Just because Fortnite got that Doja Cat song playing in that truck does not mean Doja Cat will not come looking for her cash in your vid. Surprisingly, Nintendo has a green light when it comes to such things. Regardless of the claims that Nintendo strikes music, Nintendo says you're allowed to use your music as long as you're not straight re-uploading the tracks. For example, in commentary. YouTube Library is a great example of another green light. All their music in their library is already cleared and free to use for anyone. Another example of a green light is if you get a license from, say, Epidemic Sounds, where they state clearly if you pay a monthly subscription, you can use their entire library. Personally, their songs just don't hit as hard for me as the good old Game OST, so I take a little bit of a risk, but some people would rather not take that risk. Movie and TV show is an absolute no-go. Cowboy Bebop. I loved you. Getting permission from an artist to use their music is a little flimsy. Some artists tend to use a lot of samples, which are bits of other songs in their songs, which sometimes they didn't get permission to use. They probably won't copyright strike you, but the person who owns the sample can. A quick way to find out if a song is copyrighted is to look in the description. If you see music in this video, done deal, it's a wrap. Download then upload the songs you think might be cleared as an unlisted video on YouTube and see if any claims pop up. But rendering every single song is a pain in the ass, so I use Tunes to Tubes for this process. You just download an MP3 and an image and it makes the video for you.
It's time to find some tunes!
I'm a heavy jazz guy and I'm ballsy, so I'm gonna look up games with the best jazz. I'm looking for game OST with jazz genres in them. I look through some forums, find a playlist with that game OST in it, and go through every single song. Find out what else the uploader has uploaded and go through all those songs. Maybe he's uploaded similar tracks. Find sequel game OST. It's a process. Finding good music takes time, so I usually take like 1 or 2 hours at a time to really dig through playlists before my ears get tired. Anyway, it's been 3 minutes and I hope you learned a thing or two. Remember to stop and stuff for more if you enjoyed it or if it helped you, and I'll be catching you another time. Peace.